There is absolutely nothing better in the world than expectations. I love expectations. I love expectations in all forms. If you're great at something, you're expected to be great at all times. If you're good at something, you're expected to be good at all times. If you're a team coming off of playing for a national championship, well, damn sure you should be expected the next season to be pretty damn good. And that's the case with the University of Miami. For 20 years, there were no expectations. The team was toiling in mediocrity, despite the fact that it has one of the best brands around, losing at a ridiculous clip year after year, 6-6, 7-5, 8-4, 8-5. What, one 10-game win season over a 20-year period? And then Cam Ward came along, and the Canes go and win 10 games. And then a year later, the Canes go with Carson Beck to a national championship game going 13-3. And here we are right now, entering the 2026 college football season. And quite frankly, the rave of college football is the Miami Hurricanes. They can rank us wherever they want to rank us. Everybody knows what's coming. And with that are major expectations. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everybody, to Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Hit that like button, that hype button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and leave your comments. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. For those of you new to the channel, man, I appreciate you jumping on board, checking out the content. We got over 400 videos on Miami Hurricane football. Football season starts literally in 4 weeks. Cannot wait. I was going to start my weekly show on Saturday, this past Sunday, but I wasn't feeling that good, so it will be on August 9th when we start our weekly Sunday night Hurricanes Unfiltered live. But, there's a lot of expectations for 2026. Mario Cristobal just signed a multi-year extension. He earned it. Go to a national championship game, brother. You've earned it. He's currently recruiting what is the number 2 recruiting class in the country. Has 5 five-star All-American commitments for the 2027 class. Brought in Darian Mensah from Duke, arguably the best quarterback in the country. And is reloading this roster. Coming off of a 13-3 season, Mario Cristobal knows what needs to be done. It's reload. Because he wants to be great every year, not just last year. He wants this to be the norm. And nothing better than the norm than having expectations. Whether it's the expectations you put on yourself or the expectations that are created by people on the outside looking in. But there are a lot of them. Miami should expect to win the ACC, regardless of history, regardless of the fact that the Hurricanes have stubbed their toe every single year. Miami should expect to win the ACC. Heck, Hurricanes fans expect Miami to win the ACC. Heck, national pundits expect Miami to win the ACC. By the way, in case you hadn't noticed, got a shirt here at 305 The Crib, one of my designs. You can go grab it on our merch site. Go to hurricanesunfiltered.com, click merch, and go to the merch store. 305 The Crib, baby. But this is a team right now that has expectations. Major ones, in fact. And if you don't have expectations, then what do you got? Well, we have a team right now that basically has a target on its back. When you're the hunter, it's one thing. When you're the hunted, it's a complete another story. And the funny thing you may say is that people, the way they reacted to beating Miami was like they won the national championship every year, even though Miami was a mediocre team. Constantly doing the U and then flipping it upside down, trying to insult us. Why do you care so much? Why insult someone that you expect to beat? Because the reality is they didn't really expect to beat us. They knew that we were more talented. They just happened to be on teams that were coached better. And right now, you're seeing that shift happen right in front of your face. Miami has an excellent coaching staff, and Miami has excellent players. When you put the two together, you get an excellent football team. Which brings us to the All-ACC teams. Now, these don't matter. We all know this. They mean nothing. But it's nice to be recognized. When you are coming into the season, it's nice to have acknowledgement for the stuff you've done in the past. Well, in this case, Darian Mensah has been named the 2026 ACC Football Preseason Player of the Year. And of course, the Miami Hurricanes have a lot of guys on this list. So Darian Mensah received 97 votes for Player of the Year, and it was a runaway. He won by a lot. And then here we go, looking at the All-ACC preseason teams. You have Darian Mensah. You've got Mark Fletcher Jr. You got Malachi Toney. So this is a QB, running back, and wide receiver. Then you go to all-purpose, Malachi Toney. That's 4. Offensive guard, Samson Okunlola. That's 5. Defense, Ahmad Moten, 6. Mo Toure, 7. Bryce Fitzgerald, 8. Special teams, Malachi Toney, 9. Miami has 9 guys on first team All-ACC preseason. Remember, you're talking about 25 people, and we got 9 of them. Expectations are very, very high. When you have that many guys listed on the preseason All-ACC, you are expected to do work. No question about it. You move even further, as you see, Darian Mensah was first in All-ACC Player of the Year voting, 97-25. That's pretty damn significant, don't you say? You'd have to say so. Expectations are real, people. They are absolutely, absolutely real. And the expectations go even further than that. Because, of course, there is a Heisman race that people are looking at right now. And Heisman stuff is all political. A lot of it's political. And it's about putting together a campaign for a player or players. I gotta say, I'm surprised I haven't heard Malachi Toney's name mentioned more in a Heisman candidacy. But look who you got here as the predicted Heisman finalists. J.D. PicKell from On3 has predicted Darian Mensah will win the Heisman Trophy. That's expectations. Dante Moore will be a finalist, Jeremiah Smith, and Gunnar Stockton. I will tell you this. If history shows us something, winning has a major part of being the Heisman Trophy winner, especially at quarterback. You just saw Fernando Mendoza won Heisman last year, even though a lot of people would probably argue and tell you that if Julian Sain's Ohio State team had beaten Indiana in the Big Ten championship, well, they'd be calling for Julian Sain to be the Heisman Trophy winner. That's just how this thing goes pretty much all the time. Darian Mensah, projected to win the Heisman Trophy, basically tells you that obviously PicKell has them winning the ACC, which he does. But beyond that, they're making it. They're legit. You're not winning the Heisman Trophy and not putting up crazy numbers. You're just not. So again, expectations. The expectations right now for the Miami Hurricanes this season are crazy. They're crazy good, and I love every minute of it. I appreciate expectations, as should you. It makes the season that much more fun to be a part of because we're all going in with that same mindset. We expect to win, and we expect to win big. How do you feel about having all these types of expectations? Does it make you nervous? Does it make you think, oh no, expectations are a bad thing? No, for me, I love expectations because expectations are what I grew up on. I grew up on teams having expectations. I grew up in the 80s. I grew up on Miami Hurricanes football in the 80s. Always expectations. That's just how it goes. One-loss seasons were a failure. And that's the thing that you would really love to always get back to is that if you don't win it, season was a failure. It also creates craziness among fans, but you get my drift. You want to have those types of expectations coming in every single year. And Mario Cristobal has helped change that in a few years here in Miami, and it's going really, really well. Monster recruiting class for next year. We already know what's going on. We see what we have right now for this season. This team is loaded and stacked. We expect to win. How do you feel about expectations? Do they excite you? Do they make you nervous? Both? Do you like them? Do you not? When you're the guy and everyone's gunning for your head, do you like it? Because I sure as hell love it. I think it's great. That means every single week, you're going to face the best that team has to offer, which means you have to be on your P's and Q's every single week. You can't take a practice off. You can't take a day off. You can't take a minute off. Why? Because when you take that off, that allows that other team to make that move and gives themselves the thought that they could actually hang with you. That's why it's so important when you have teams that are better than the other, that the better team just jumps out and pounces quickly. Because if you pounce quickly, you take their soul immediately. You do that, you make them quit. So here we are, a month out, September 4th, from season opener at Stanford. How do you feel about this team? I know how I feel about it. I look at it one way, 16-0. What say you? Do you like those expectations? Y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, hype button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.